This is safety rock or safe rock. There is no mud that we sink into on mud where you are.
I'm sorry.
As well as rocks. Also, there is some mud where it looks like a volcano of mud. That was all us.
Yeah.
Because we had to figure out how to get the concrete mud, this stuff right here, off of our shoes.
Ew.
And this is what it still looks like on my foot. It's gross. These shoes may never be the same.
Ew. You stepped on my mud spot? I love that for you. I mean, yeah, but like what is this ground? Like, look at this. This is after I've scraped it. Like, what? Riley, did you step on my mud spot?
Like, you made it look so easy, but this is really hard. Because like these shoes are kind of big on me too, so.
I mean, it's just an odd thing to do, but hey, you look cool on the mountain.
Time to get a new pair of snacks.
Oh no, my shoe's coming off. Riley's doing the dorky dance.
No, well, it's not like a purposeful, well, yes.
It's the mud dorky dance.
I just want to make sure I don't get like the bottom of my sweatpants muddy, so I'm kind of going like this, but we can make it a functional dorky dance.
Woo! Was that hard?
That was really hard, actually.
So this part here is fine. This part's good. Unfortunately, we parked in the not so good part, and it's just really bad. Like, all of that came off my shoe when I got into the car earlier. And all of this came off my shoe when I came over to the big stone to get it off because, yeah. And even after all that, I still have this clump that will not come off. So it just kind of is what it is. The sun has come out and I really would like to have sunglasses, but I can't because the sunglasses are in the van. And if I go across that again, I'm going to get it caked on my feet even more. I wanted to be outside because it's so pretty, but I also can't see, so I just look squinty right now, and it kind of isn't fun. If I look off into the distance of the mountains, I literally have to cover my eyes because of the brightness, which is why I wear sunglasses, but it's so pretty. Like, it's so pretty. And it finally stopped raining, which is really nice. So I guess this is a good time as any to say, hello adventurers, and welcome back to my chaos. See, it's chaotic. It's chaotic. Every day is chaos in our little group. But our spot here is really nice. We were all able to get pretty much where we needed to be for our beds for the night. Teo had to get down just a little bit further because he had better service right there versus up here. It's pretty limited out here. I usually use my booster out here, but haven't hooked it up, so didn't really want to do that in the rain, but I might do that in just a little bit. We'll see. Okay, I looked back and I realized something. We went through a lot of mud today, and when we did, it splashed up. And I know that it's really bad on my van, but on Riley's van, her Subaru rather, when she used her little windshield wipers, it made this like one little hole that she can see out. It kind of looks like a little rainbow. It's really pretty with the sun coming through now and the woods behind us. But like, wow, that was a lot of mud. Okay, I'm trying to combat the mud and I don't want to get it inside of the van, so that's why I have this nice little mat in the first place. But even with the mat, it gets really icky on there. So what I've done is I've taken some of my disinfectant wipes and I've put them down so that I can have a layer between the mat and the shoes. And then I took another disinfectant wipe and I've just been kind of like wiping them down to get all the mud off the top because it like went everywhere. Now the bottoms are still disgusting, but what I figure I'll do is I'll just kind of like rock them back and forth, which should dampen it just a little bit, and then I can take one of those disinfectant wipes and wipe it down really good and throw that away. My brush, I kind of had to clean off where I had wiped my shoes on the ledge just to get the mud off a little bit, and it's possibly never going to recover, but that's okay. It still works. It just looks weird now. But yeah, so this is kind of the blessing and the curse of this particular campsite because of the rain. I'm not mad at it though. The views are phenomenal.
Okay, up came the sun and dried up all the rain. Well, kind of. It's not quite as mushy as it was yesterday. So we survived the hard part. It took me a minute to get the mud off my shoes, and let me just say that wasn't pleasant. We're getting ready to go into town for another exciting adventure. I'm not sure what today's gonna look like, but check out tomorrow's video to see all of that. For now though, I'm trying to get myself together, and I got dressed, so that part's good, but I still need to take down my window covers. Originally I thought I was gonna leave my van here and then ride with somebody, but I kind of want to have my van with me in case I decide to change. We're not sure what it's going to be like on any hiking trails. Right now everything is still pretty icky, but as the sun is out later in the day, it might be a little bit better, so we may go do one of those. I know though we want to go adventure just a little bit, and so we're going to check the conditions, but for now I got to get myself together. The kind of cool thing about this campsite is it is kind of elevated above the road, so while we've been here, people kind of go past, but they're kind of beneath us a little bit, so it's not like in our campsite. It goes by our campsite, but it's not through our campsite, which is super nice. That's why I liked this the first time as well, because it kind of removed me from my spot a little bit. But it's really, really cool to be out here, and the views have been just spectacular, and I really, really love this site so much just because we can see this beautiful area of Creede. Now, again, don't know what today's gonna look like, so this could be interesting, but I have a couple questions I need to ask my friends real quick before we close up today's video. Riley!
What up?
What were your first impressions yesterday when we drove through Creede?
It's a super cute little town.
Right? I told you it was gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that today's gonna be super fun exploring.
Yay.
Yeah. I know Teo was kind of saying something about maybe going and having like some cafe food or something.
Yeah, let's do that because a coffee sounds great.
Right? Also, if you could pick one thing that you loved and hated about this campsite, what would it be?
Muddy.
Yeah.
Is what I did not like, but that isn't necessarily the campsite's fault. But like, it fits all of us, so that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Holly!
Yes.
I have questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, so Teo's back there getting ready and everything. We're
Yes.
about to roll out. What was one thing you loved and one thing you hated about this campsite?
The mud is the one thing I hated about this campsite,
Yeah, definitely.
but the views, oh my.
Definitely. Okay, Teo, what was one thing you loved and hated about this campsite?
Well, that's obvious. Which one do you want me to start with?
Whichever one you want to.
Let's start with love. The view right there is phenomenal, and I really want to hike up there, even though I think it's impossible. That view is incredible. And yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a Swiss Alps town, like with the little houses over there and stuff. Yeah, the mud was awful.
Hey, that's fair. Every one of us have said the same thing. Mud.
Mud is awful.
You guys heard it here first, the mud. I kind of knew that was going to be the bad thing for everybody. It's just a little bit wild. Yesterday, it had rained a lot. And so whenever it rained a lot, we knew that it was going to be really sinky, but never did we think it was going to be quite as cementy feeling as it was. So that was a new experience for us all. That's the first time I've ever stayed anywhere where I couldn't get mud off my shoes in 8 years. And Safety Rock over here saved the day, but we're about to roll out. I'm really excited about this one. Thanks guys for coming along to see kind of where we started this day, the chaos that happened. and the ongoing feedback about each one of our campsites. You know, I used to do campground reviews quite a bit, and then I stopped doing it because a lot of people would come to places that were more remote like this, and then they would just trash them. So I like to show you guys where I'm at, but at the same time, we kind of keep those pins a little bit closer to the chest now, just for safety, but also to make sure we still have these places. This is in the National Forest, and if you come to the National Forest, you can find it. However, you got to do a little bit of research, and I don't think that you'll mind doing it, because once you get out here, it is absolutely spectacular. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.